Take a seat and welcome to the sit down.
All right, guys, well, welcome to a sit down. Before we get started, we've got a great guest on here today. But if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like, share it with somebody that you know. That's how this thing gets out there and gets it out to as many people as possible. So subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give it a share, and enjoy this episode of the Sit Down with Mr. Cyle Warcken. All right, guys, well, welcome to the Sit Down, and we've got an awesome guest on here today. Welcome to the Sit Down, bro.
I know, this is fun. Thanks for letting me be here.
We've got an avid listener.
Yeah.
You tune into a couple of the episodes, don't you?
Of course. I mean, once I heard my name was out in the podcast world on your show once, I was like, maybe I should try to be on this since I made such an impact on
Let's go. Yeah.
people.
A couple episodes ago, I had mentioned that my sisters had a student teacher sub that had asked them, didn't your brother go to state basketball? And it kind of twisted the knife in me a little bit because I did not go to state basketball. Kyle.
Yeah, I know.
You just needed to remind me that Lamore did and that I didn't.
Yeah.
But
it was probably the only time that South Border was relevant to basketball.
Oh boy, shots fired at the start. Shots fired. A little Class B basketball talk. Well, it's good, man. That we got you on here, Cyle Warcken. Kyle, we're gonna get into your story, and I think a lot of people are gonna take something from it. Not many people know the story behind your life.
Yeah,
and you've got some stuff, man. You've lived a lot of life. Just give the listeners, number one, a little background on where you're at right now, how old you are, your background, and where you come from.
All right, so, I'm currently 22 years old. I reside in Mayville, North Dakota. I'm a full-time college student there. I sub regularly at Hatton or Northwood. Coach varsity baseball there. I coached a little bit of junior high basketball at Hatton. So, yeah, probably when I was 2 years old, I had a kidney transplant. And it's kind of like been the story of my life, was just living off one kidney from my father, of course. Yeah. And we celebrated 20 years of a kidney transplant about last month to the day, maybe.
April being, I believe it's organ
donation month.
Organ donation.
Yeah.
And so kind of fitting that this being dropped on April 1st, that organ donation month lined up with you being a guest on the pod here.
I know.
So you're from Lamore, though.
Yeah.
Lamore, North Dakota. And for the North Dakota listeners, you might know where Lamore is at, but South Central North Dakota, it's got, 800 people? About the same size as Wishick. 800,
yeah, about 800 people.
Same town that the magician behind the camera, Miss Anna Holland, is from. So you're proud Lobo. You and Anna are cousins.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody's cousins in Lamore to some degree. Basically, yeah. And so when we were putting this together and asking Kyle to come and hop on the pod, I remember Anna being like, "Oh yeah, like that's my cousin." Like, oh my goodness, what person from Lamore isn't your cousin, Anna? But man, your story, and you mentioned it. We're gonna get into it. Kidney transplant at the age of 2.
Yep.
And we look for overcomers. All of our guests, we're looking for somebody that's gone through something. Literally your whole life, you've been getting through something, and I'm excited to dive into that. I want to jump in to that part of it, and I just want to go back kind of to the beginning of your first memories growing up and your family. Your brother and I are the same age, and so I knew your brother, I knew the Warcken name, but I want you to go back growing up with your siblings in Lamore and give me a little bit of what that was like, being that you had a kidney transplant at age 2.
Yeah, I mean, I tried living as normal as life as possible. There's always that back of the thought, I gotta out-drink everybody in water, basically, because I just didn't want to become sick again. Yeah. So there was always that thought, like, I have to try and stay as healthy as possible because even a cold can derail my health. So, yeah, then having my older sister and my older brother just being involved in athletics, maybe become, like, really involved in sports. And of course, like, both of them being really good at athletics, because my sister was a good volleyball player and a good golfer, and my brother was a good all-around sport, like baseball, basketball, football. He's really good at football, but obviously with his height, he couldn't really go anywhere for college because he was a Shrine Bowl person too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and having those two basically set myself up at trying to want to be good at sports since they were good at sports. As like someone who's competitive, I was like, I gotta try and be better than
live
them,
up to the family name.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you. You remember growing up and having Brady looking up to, and do you remember that first moment where you were like, man, I wish I could blank, fill it in, but you're dealing with this kidney issue, and the answer is no. Do you remember that first time where that became part of your life?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't play contact sports, unfortunately, and with as good as a football player he was, it was really tough trying to live up to his name because, I mean, he was breaking school records. It felt like before, like you probably had like a 400-yard rushing game in 9-man football, which is kind of like insane. But it kind of sucked not playing football because I just love watching football. It's definitely my favorite sport to watch, but just that feeling of you can't go out there and play like with your friends kind of like sucked a lot. So.
Absolutely. So you grew up, and for the people that are unaware, and me being one of them, you grew up with a donated kidney from your dad. Mm-hmm. Is there a reason why that organ needed to come from your dad versus like, could I give you a kidney? Or give the listeners a little background on organ donation, why it came from your dad.
So it matched up perfectly because we had the same blood type.
Got it.
And it's actually pretty cool because if I ever need another kidney transplant, my sister had the same blood type as me.
Cool. And
she already volunteered to like give me the kidney. So if there ever comes a day, let's hope there doesn't come a day, knock on wood.
Knock on wood. There you go.
It's just like there's a sense of like relief.
Yeah.
Like I have a backup plan if I ever need it.
Absolutely. Well, so your dad gives you your kidney. You get into this world of, okay, well, I've got this stud brother that feels like he's doing everything. And now I can't do some of the things.
Right.
Maybe a little bit of letdown. Maybe some wishful, like, I wish I could do this. But at the same time, you still could do some stuff. Right. So tell me a little bit about what you were involved with growing up, getting into high school and all the sports and activities you could be in.
I mean, I was fortunate enough to be part of like Memorial Baseball.
Which is a big deal. You guys have a great program.
Yeah, it's such a great program, and I could just play like as like a normal baseball player, which is like really cool. My mom always told me to slide on my feet, but I always dove head first. She always was always mad about it, but I always dove head first. I was just like that type of person. It's like I'm just gonna lay my body out. If I can't do it in football, I'm gonna do it in baseball.
That's right. You can only draw a line so far, man, and then it's like, hey, you gotta let me play now.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then I played basketball too. Obviously the story of like me getting cancer during the middle of my basketball season as a freshman kind of like derailed my basketball career.
So we got to pause there. So you've got a kidney, essentially a donated kidney.
Yep.
And you're dealing with that. Mm-hmm. And then you're what, 14 or 15?
Probably 15 years old.
15 years old. Year. And that's when you're told you've got cancer.
Yeah, big cancer word. It kind of sucked because we were just living off the high vibes. We won a state championship in Babe Ruth. Middle of basketball season, I was getting JV minutes, and we were really good my freshman year. We were probably ranked top 5 in state.
Yeah.
Then, like, getting JV minutes as a freshman, I was like, oh, yeah. Like, here comes, like, the basketball career.
Yep.
Here comes, like, living up to my brother's name, of course. And just, like, after that, just got, like, really tough on me.
Tell me about how you learned about the cancer. Did you notice some, just physically you were getting worn down, or how did it come to be where you actually found out about it?
So it was lymphoma cancer, and my mom kind of like noticed it because like the lymph nodes right here, like when you get sick, like they get swollen. And mine were just really enlarged, and my spleen was enlarged too. So it was kind of just like, okay, there's something not going right in my body, and just did a PET scan, and just my whole body's just like full of lymph nodes enlarged.
Sure. So then freshman year, you got this diagnosis. Mm-hmm. Take me through what happens next after you learn that you have cancer. What are the steps to treat it?
Well, fortunate enough to me, it was a not as severe cancer. I get to cut my hair, and as a freshman, you want to keep your hair, you want to keep your flow. Yeah. I didn't want to go bald. Yeah. I was like, when I heard cancer, I was like, no, I gotta go bald.
Isn't that crazy? The response of a high schooler versus the response you might have now.
Yeah.
Your first thought is, golly, I just hope I don't lose my hair.
I know. It's like, oh no, I gotta go bald. My friends gonna make so much fun of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So chemo, it wasn't as bad. You know, I mean, it's bad, but it wasn't as severe as it could go. I just remember the first time I was getting injected with chemo. Like, they tried to get it through 1 hour. I couldn't make it. Like, I had puked. I had shivers. Tried to get through 2 hours, and I couldn't do it. Had the same result. 6 hours. Try to like expand it. Couldn't do it. So then we just did 24-hour one, and for every Friday for like throughout the rest of my freshman year, probably to like mid-May.
Wow.
I had to go to Fargo to do chemotherapy.
Do you remember how many rounds of chemo you had to go through?
My guess, I know the first round was 8.
Okay.
And I'm guessing the second round was 8 too. It's probably like 15, 16 times. Wow. And yeah, those Fargo nights, it was like when they had the new hospital.
Sure. Yeah.
So, and they had some good food there. I can tell you that. That made my life a little bit easier because
a high school boy, man.
The good food there really.
Hospital food was good.
Yeah, they like lived up to it. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it isn't as bad since I don't have to eat something bad every night. But yeah.
So you said first round and second round. First round being right when you got it. Second round being a little bit later.
Yeah, second round was kind of like precautionary because like after the first 8 chemotherapy injections, we did like another scan, and basically almost all the cancer was gone.
Sure.
Which was like really relieving.
Yep.
But then, of course, you know, we just had to take another round just to make sure it just all goes away.
Sure.
And yeah, those Fargo nights in the hospital bed, those are rough.
You got a lot of nights where you're probably thinking about the future.
Yeah, it's just like mentally draining, especially when you're like as a freshman. You know, it's just really tough on yourself because you're just going through like mood swings at that age.
Oh man, I think all of us can look back at that age and think those were tough years.
Those are really hard years. 7,
8, 9, those grades. You know, you're going through puberty. You're figuring out who you are as a person, what you want to do, and then throw cancer in the mix of it. Do you remember some of those nights? Laying in bed and going through the struggle. Yeah. Do you remember some of the thoughts that were going through your head, some of the struggle that you were dealing with?
Yeah, it's just like the thought of not knowing what's next for me. Yeah. You know, how long am I going to be here? How long am I going to go up to Fargo? Mm-hmm. Like, it could be, I was fortunate enough to just be like every week, but it's just like the thought in the back of your head, like, I don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, fear of the unknown.
Yeah. Kind of
like, did you ever think of the question, man, like, what if? Did that ever come in? Like, man, what if this comes back? Or what if I can't do this? And
there's always the question of like, what if it gets worse?
Sure.
And I just didn't know how to react to it.
Yeah.
And it was tough because even going on Friday nights, I was missing a lot of like hangouts with friends.
Yep.
So it's kind of like hard on myself for that because it's just like the feeling of missing out, FOMO, as like people like to call it.
Especially as a 14, 15-year-old kid, that's escalated.
Yep.
So then you have a tough freshman year, and thankfully you get some good results.
Yep. And it was just trying to get back towards baseball season this summer. That's what like my motivation was, just trying to keep care of my body and get back to baseball this summer.
I think that's a really interesting point, Kyle, that you bring up, is that you're going through some struggle, some adversity, and no matter who's listening to this, they're going to be able to relate with it. They don't have to have had cancer to be able to relate with going through struggle, but you just said it, like your eyes were set on something.
Right.
Like you were chasing something. You had a goal where you could visually see, okay, I need to be back by this. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take care of my body. I'm going to do my daily tasks so that I can get back for blank, fill in that word. And yours was baseball.
Yep.
And so tell me about that. Getting back freshman year, going into that next summer, what happens?
Well, that next summer, I go throughout the whole baseball season with like just swollen because, you know, my body wasn't really prepared for it. And I always had hip flexor problems. So I was always basically running on one leg, and it like really hurt. And we go to state in Watford City that year. It was some of the best memories of my life. You know, it was just really a sense of relief that I came that far and got to that point in my life.
Absolutely. We got to pause and shout out our unofficial sponsor. Oh, there it is. The mini Alanis are back, and so today we're going with the cherry slush. You got a favorite Alani?
Probably cherry slush.
Cherry slush is a good one. The Dream Float, very, very good as well. I'm also a Rain fan.
Oh, Rains are so good.
The orange dreamsicle Rain.
White gummy bear is probably my favorite drink of all time.
Gotcha. Your mom's probably not too happy.
No, she's probably turned the YouTube video off.
Yeah, it's geez. Here we go, Kyle. Yeah. No, in all seriousness though, with your kidney, you do have to be a little careful.
Oh yeah.
And I see you bring your water up here. You drink water all day long. Keep that thing flushed out. My
goal is probably 3 to 5 liters a day.
Okay. I could tell it takes some notes, huh, G? Well, that's about 3 to 5 times more than what I get. I need to be a little bit better at that, but yeah.
I think all I've had today is coffee and Alani.
Spoken like a true dad. I just am living on caffeine. So Kyle, you have an awesome summer, which is sometimes I feel like how God works, in that you go through this time in your life, this adversity, this struggle, and then if you can just get through it, man, there's a good day around the corner, right? And you get to go have, like you just said, some of the best memories of your life after chasing down this goal of recovery. Now you're a sophomore, junior, senior. Tell me a little bit about the close of your high school career, and then we'll get into the next phase of your life. How'd the next 3 years go?
Well, sophomore, that's when COVID hit. Yeah. So we played throughout basketball season, and at that point, we upped one of my medications, so I got a little bit bigger than I wanted to be.
Sure.
So basketball season was kind of just going through the motions, trying to get back my basketball talent that maybe I had. I don't know. So I try to just get through basketball season, and probably I think it was a week before baseball season. That's when COVID hit. I was like, oh, we're not gonna have baseball, or oh, we don't know what COVID was at that point.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what it was, but I had the fear, what if I catch it, because I'm really immune to everything.
Sure.
Or not immune to everything. And
yeah, you're prone to get sick easily.
Especially after just recovering from cancer. It's
right.
just you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it just is my life curse at this point, because I just go through cancer, then we have this world pandemic.
It just feels like one thing after the other.
I was like,
man. Yeah,
this is a crazy story.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up playing baseball in that summer. It was called Independent League because Legion didn't want to do baseball. And we did win a state championship that year.
Yeah, no big deal.
But I do have a motivation for me.
Yeah, what is it?
So, championship game, I'm playing catch with the right fielder. I wasn't starting at the point because I was a little bit bigger. Then there's 2 Thompson kids outside the fence. They lost. They're salty. And one of them goes, dang, Kyle, pandemic really hit you hard. And at that point, it's just because I was bigger.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I was like, then I asked one of my team, I was like, am I really that big? And he was being honest with me. He's like, well, he always had that chubby look to you. I was like, okay, thanks. So during that summer, I made a goal to myself to lose weight.
Sure.
Or probably start of the school year, I made a goal to myself to lose weight.
Yeah.
So what I did was I changed everything in my diet that I drank, because I drank a lot of Powerade.
Sure.
I just changed everything to 0 sugar.
Okay.
And probably by the start of junior year baseball, I lose 20 pounds.
Okay.
I lose all that weight I gained.
Yeah.
And it's probably because of those 2 boys from Thompson.
And if they're listening, they know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should.
Absolutely. See, you kind of go through a little bit of a phase again. You close out your senior year. Any more state championships you want to tell me about? You win any more state?
Well, junior year in the summer we won one. Senior year in the summer we won one. Then senior year in basketball we got third.
Went to the state tournament in basketball.
Yeah, but we lost to 4-1s and 4-1s that year.
Team. Yeah, and great team.
You can never beat 4-1s.
They're tough. Shout out to Rick Smith and the boys up there in 4-1s. They can hoop, absolutely. Garrett, I wish that we could just talk about how many state championships we won. You remember that? Yeah, junior year I won one. Senior year I won one.
Must be nice.
Back in freshman year we won. Remember that one we won back in freshman year? Dude, it was my goal to get to a state tournament.
I kind of forgot about this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I wasn't on that team. That was when I was a 7th grader. Remember, I was just the ball boy on that team. Oh, my goodness. People from Lemoore don't understand how nice that is. And I get it. There's a lot of work that gets put into that.
And I've coached state appearance teams, too. We've gotten second twice. Coaching
back in Lemoore?
Yep.
Awesome.
Babe Ruth.
Okay. I will say Lemoore's baseball program is a juggernaut. But, man, you've had a lot of success. What are some of the key ingredients that you've seen that are familiar or that are consistent in all of your teams that you've been a part of, whether playing or coaching?
It's probably just the coaches just letting us play. You know, you can only coach so much, but Anna's brother, Ben, he was our assistant Legion coach, and he was just a hitting coach, but our Legion coaches just let us play. And it's just like so refreshing, just letting us go play. Because through Little League, it built up all the talents. We had a good Little League coach, Gerald Haugen. He built us all up. He was a strict coach, but that helped us throughout our Babe Ruth and Legion years because we just played. We were coached, but like during games, we just played. That's an awesome
piece of advice, I think, for anybody. It could be in baseball. I think it could be in anything, though. In music, man, when you're younger, there needs to be some structure. Right. And you need to be technical. And you can be somewhat critical, but at the same time, you said it probably 3 times, built us up, right? Build the confidence, teach us the right way to do it. But you cannot out-coach the fun of the game. Yeah. And when you get to a certain level, like playing freely allows you to play fast. And playing fast wins you games. But I think a piece of advice that I got when I was younger, and I now have passed on to my sisters, cousins, anyone that'll listen to me, I guess, is, man, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Mm-hmm. And you start slow when you're younger, become smooth with it, and then just let them play smooth, and smooth becomes fast. So that's an awesome piece of advice that, man, just let the kids play. Let them play free. Don't coach the fun out of the game.
Yeah. And probably my first year at Babe Ruth, there's always this quote that stuck in my head from my Babe Ruth coach was, "Pressure is a privilege."
Come on now.
Such a great quote.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
That's so true, because I think so many people go through life and they never get to experience that pressure. Mm-hmm. And they just go through their life and it's the same routine. It's the same boring over and over and over. And a lot of them would kill for an opportunity to feel that and to have the weight of being able to win something or succeed or grab something. Right. That weight, you're right, it is a privilege, man, because not everybody gets that opportunity.
Exactly.
And so my grandpa always used to say, it's okay to have butterflies. You just got to make them fly in formation.
Nice.
Pressure is a privilege, man.
Good quote.
Yeah, pressure is a privilege. So you wrap up high school, and there's this point that every high schooler goes through, and it's what's next? Mm-hmm. You know, what do I do now? I got to move out of my house. Do I go to work? Do I get a career? Do I go to college? And take me through that decision. You decide you're going to go and try and pursue something. What is that?
So I was basically set on going to Valley City.
Okay.
Throughout my whole junior in the Valley, throughout my junior and senior year. Then one fall morning, I got a text from Maple State.
Okay.
Saying, hey, we would like you to come play for a program. And, you know, I know I wasn't like really the most talented person on my team, but I was like, you know, I might as well give this a shot. go and do something to add more to my story.
Yeah.
You know, go impact people, go impact other teammates that I've already that I haven't impacted already.
Sure.
Meet new people and just do something different than what my other classmates were doing.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to go spread my seed somewhere else.
Yeah. Get out of the box a little bit, through a different hoop. Yeah.
And like half my class was going to Valley and other half was probably going to NDSU. So it's like, I might as well just try something different, be myself somewhere else.
Yeah.
So why would you want to go to Valley?
Oh my goodness.
Looking back at it, it's just like, oh, Valley, that's a rival.
The Jamestown and the Mayville grads here are now hating on Valley City State. What's wrong with the Vikings, man? Come on.
It's high school.
You decided to go to Mayville State and join the baseball program. And remind me, did you ever get to play for their longtime Hall of Fame coach, or he retired?
Scott Berry was my coach my freshman year.
Okay, so you got Scott Berry for 1 year.
Yep.
And he won an absurd amount of games.
Oh, he's probably one of the greatest NAIA coaches of all time for baseball.
Okay. And so tell me a little bit about that freshman year and getting to play under him and what that experience was like. First year out of the house, what was that like?
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but he was also from Lemoore.
No way.
Yeah.
They just pump out guys, Garrett. Unbelievable.
Yeah, no, but he was from Lemoore, so probably my first ever time at practice, I messed up, and he called me a Lemoron. I was like, I had never heard of this term before. He called me a Lemoron. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way. I just get ratted out by the coach that I wanted to go play for because he was from Lemoore.
Yeah.
And I just get ratted out first day of practice. And he's like, that stupid Lemoron. He has this deep voice to him. No, but it was interesting just learning different things, different techniques that like he would have during practice, because he would yell, but he would yell at you for a reason.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to be mean. He was just trying to tell you what to do. Sure. And you couldn't really back down from him. Like you had to look him in the eyes and say, yeah, I'll do that next time.
Absolutely. Do you take something from Coach Berry that you now being a coach yourself, have you seen anything that you took from him, or even your coaches back at Lemoore where you know what, I really like that and I've incorporated that into how I coach?
Well, I'll probably start with Ben Holland. It's just the way he just talks to other people, the way he like motivates people. Even if you have a bad day of practice, he's always there, just trying to lift you up, make sure you never go down. And Scott, it always just told me to have a reason to tell kids what they're doing. Tell them what they did wrong so they know what to do for the next time. Sure.
The correction aspect of it's interesting. So many coaches have different styles of coaching, but I think one consistent thing is with all coaches is that they're honest. Yeah. Like good coaches are honest. They're not going to beat around the bush and try and make you feel good. Now they can encourage you, but they're not gonna lie to you. Coaches get in trouble when they start telling players what they want to hear versus what they need to hear. Yeah. And that seems like a very consistent thing from all successful programs.
I would say that was the same way with Darren and Lucas Isaacson and Tyler Theologist, two
all
of my
those
basketball coaches. Yeah. At least they're like honest with me and they yell at me for messing up. I'd rather just have them yell at me for messing up than just be quiet and be like, oh man, that kid sucked.
Totally get it. Yeah. And I always remember my parents saying, man, if your coach is coaching you, you should feel lucky. Yeah. Right. If they're not coaching you, it means they really don't care about you. Right. So if they're coaching you, they're trying to help you, man. Take that coaching. And
people always dog on Dan Hurley for being like an emotional person, but it's just like he's yelling because he cares for his players.
It's interesting though. Some of these coaches that are still coaching in the NCAA tournament, there's like you said, there's this commonality of holding guys accountable, and it might not look very pretty sometimes. Like when Tom Izzo's is getting after you, or Dan Hurley's getting on your butt. You're a Kansas fan, Bill Self. Like it doesn't seem very fun in that moment, but all those guys would die for their coach. They love him.
And Dan Hurley had a good interview the other day against when they beat who they beat?
Michigan State.
Yeah, he had a good interview saying he would die for Caravan.
Yeah.
And
it's a connection. It's a love. Doesn't always mean that it's, all sweet and, oh, Kyle,
you got it next time, buddy.
Yeah. We're going to be honest with each other, but it's because we want the best for each other. So you get done with Coach Barry 1 year. You got a couple years of baseball after that. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about the end of your baseball career. You decided to hang it up and then kind of transitioning into your next phase.
So sophomore and junior year of college baseball was tough because we kind of transitioned into morning practices. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, 5 in the morning baseball practices were the worst, especially coming from a kid who probably slept in the summers like 11 and 12 o'clock in the day. I was just like, man, I was not envisioning this being my whole life.
Which part of that was because of some of the medications that you were on, correct? Yeah. So, I mean, you needed to sleep.
Yeah, I needed the rest. And my body probably gets more sore than any of those kids around my college age. So.
Right. So you do that a couple years, you decide to hang it up.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about that, because everyone goes through this at some point where part of their identity is in what they're doing, mm-hmm. right? And maybe it's a baseball player, maybe it's a musician, basketball, football, FFA. What you're doing becomes kind of part of your identity. And then when you stop doing that, it's hard. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about, being able to say, okay, I'm done playing. I'm ready for the next phase. Were you ready?
Yes and no. I would say my body was ready for me to be done, but like mentally, it was just tough on me because I had a lot of good friends mm-hmm. before I left, and it was just like I won't be able to see them every day anymore. That's probably the biggest thing I kind of regretted was not being around the boys anymore, because that's just tough on me.
Absolutely. I think that's the same for me, man.
Yeah.
It's really not even the sport. It's that, 5 a.m. practices, they stunk. I had a lot of 5:30 lifts. I'm in the same boat as you. But you did them because of who you got to do it with.
Yep.
Right? If you were doing that by yourself, that's not very much fun.
Right.
But when you do hard things with other people, it bonds you closer.
Exactly.
And I'm with you. That was the hardest thing for me to give up to was being on a team. The bus rides, mm-hmm. the practices, going to the cafeteria with the fellas. Yeah, I completely get that.
Yeah, the bus rides to Kansas City just to play a couple baseball games. Those probably bonded us really close together.
12 hours down the road, one way. How many did you go? 4 to a room?
Yeah, 4 to a room.
Oh, yeah. That's that NAI style of life.
We had Papa John's every night.
Oh, yeah. Pizza. There's no fine dining now.
Yeah.
It's Papa John's. If you're lucky, maybe go Chick-fil-A 1 or 2 times.
We got Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's. There it is.
Yeah.
Love it. So you hang up baseball, and you got 1 year left. You're still going to wrap up college end of this spring, correct?
Fall. I'll be done in the fall.
Okay, done in the fall. Do some student teaching.
Yep.
And then what's the plan now? You're going to do some student teaching, and then you want to teach kids and become a coach. And tell me why you made that decision.
I just felt like at this point in my life, I've had other people impact me, made myself better. So I was like, I might as well just rub it off on other people and try to impact them.
Yeah.
And obviously, I feel like I've done that enough in Hatton, or not enough in Hatton, but I feel like I did that this fall and spring in Hatton, and I've come really close to the kids I've coached and I've taught. So, I just want to make an impact towards other people.
You talk about the people that have made an impact on you. Mm-hmm. And I want you to think back all the way to your early memories on some of those hard times when you're different than maybe some of the kids around you, and you're not able to do some of those things. And then you get into high school, you get cancer, and you're going through all these struggles, and yet you can still point back to the people that had these positive impacts on you. Mm-hmm. I want you to just highlight a couple of them. You're not going to be able to highlight them all, and there's always going to be that person you forget. But when you think of that, who's the people that come to mind?
Definitely my mom and dad.
Yeah.
They try to make me live as normal as life as possible. Like, they weren't always like, okay, after school, you just have to rush home. It's like, don't be outside so you don't catch a cold. You know, they weren't treating me like it was COVID throughout my whole life. You know, they just let me live, and I will always be thankful for that, because they just, of course, just let me just try and be normal.
Yeah.
And, you know, I probably didn't really think at 5 or 6 years old, like, why am I taking this medication at night?
Yeah.
And I didn't really come to know about my kidney probably when I was 6 or 7.
Sure.
Stupid joke, 6,
Yeah.
7. That's the teacher in me.
Oh my goodness.
That's the teacher in me. I know a couple of kids, if they're watching, they'll probably
They'll
laugh.
like that. Oh yeah, they'll be doing the whole thing.
And my dad and my mom, they still like let me try and live as normal as possible.
Yeah.
You know, my mom is my nurse. She texts me every morning at 9 a.m. and every night at 9 p.m.
Just to make sure.
Medications. I'm
Yep.
like, yep, I took them.
Just checking in.
Yeah. And she's probably, you know, there's sometimes in the doctor's office where my mom is smarter than the doctor.
Sure.
And it's just like, it's probably just because she's just worried about like what's going to happen to
You're
me.
right.
And she's just like looking up everything, like what could happen about this. And it's just funny because I'm just sitting there. Then my mom's just like ranting to the doctor. Are you sure he doesn't have this? Are you sure he doesn't have that? And yeah, then of course my dad, he's a huge role model to me because he gave me my kidney.
Yep.
There's like nights where I'll just watch sports with him, watching Timberwolves up till like 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
You know, it's just some of the fondest memories I've had with my dad.
That's awesome.
Because he just obviously saved my life.
Absolutely.
Not most kids can say that your dad saved your life.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give you some props, man, and some respect, because being a teacher in today's world, not the easiest thing.
No.
And you know, you talk about the people that you had in your life, and number one that comes to mind are your mom and dad. Not everybody has that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you realize that you being in a position as a teacher and a coach, if somebody doesn't have what you just said, a mom or a dad that can impact them like they have you and like my parents have me, you are probably next in line.
Yep.
As a teacher and a coach. And I can think of coaches in my life and teachers in my life that literally changed the direction of my life.
Yep.
And that's a powerful position to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just want to give you props, man, for choosing that direction and really not letting your situation define you, but really defining the situation of, man, I'm not going to let this thing overcome me. I'm going to overcome it. I am the overcomer.
Right.
And it really gets into my last question for you. And we ask all our guests on this podcast what an overcomer is.
Mm-hmm.
Because whether you know it or not, you are an overcomer. Kidney donation, cancer, you know, going through daily struggles that not many people have to deal with. You are an overcomer. But if you were to define it, what is that? What is an overcomer to Cyle Warcken?
Probably achieving something that you weren't expected to do.
Yeah.
I would say that because, you know, I told you this on our Zoom. It's just like, imagine telling your 2-year-old self, all wired up, has a big cross in his body, and just imagine telling your 2-year-old self, you know, you played college baseball, you graduated high school, you went through cancer. It's just like you're overcoming boundaries that you weren't expected to overcome. So
absolutely. Define the odds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Well, that's good stuff, man. That's really good stuff. And, you know, I think sometimes people, they don't even realize who or what they're doing because it's just their normal, right? I think of it in my situation in the chair. It's just like, that's just what I do, man. Yeah. And it's the same for you, man. It's just part of your routine. And one of my mentors and coaches once told me, he's like, fish don't realize that they're breathing underwater. It's just what they do. Right. But we see it and we're like, wow, well, that's unique. It's a little bit different than us. Right. And I think what you go through every day, you inspire people, and what you've been through, what you continue to do, it's cool. We are in a unique time of season because both of us are big college basketball fans.
Yeah.
And when we were getting done, we had done a Zoom call just to kind of prep a little bit for this. And you said, go Arkansas. Because because Arkansas was about to play Arizona. How'd that game go for you?
I think Arizona won.
Oh, that's right. We're recording right now, and Arizona's qualified for the Final Four. And as we're recording right now, it is Duke versus UConn, and Garrett is watching right now because he is a Duke fan. Garrett, what's the update on the game?
69-65.
Okay, how much time? How much time's left? 2 minutes left. Garrett has abandoned his position at the camera to go watch the game. 69-65, 2 minutes. But we need to talk a little bit about college basketball. You're a Kansas fan.
Yep.
Did you have Kansas winning the tournament?
No.
No faith.
Not when your best player played 50% of the games all year.
Darren Peterson, come on, man.
I don't know. It's just like if we played well in the first round, which we barely won against Cal Baptist.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we're not going to win. I was like, there's no chance, especially when St. John's has Rick Pitino.
Yeah, St. John's gets you.
Yeah, as like a true Kansas fan, I was like, if we didn't play good first round, there's no chance we're going to win second round. Then I was like, we made the comeback in St. John's. I was like, oh, we're actually playing like a team now. And that game winner happens. It's like, oh, there's our season.
Game winner. Over. Is Bill Self done at Kansas?
I think he's got at least one more year.
One more year? Okay. If he were to go, who do they hire?
I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't really thought about it too much because like Bill Self is the Kansas coach for my whole life.
Typical Kansas fan. I'm not worried about it. Bill's not leaving.
Well, I don't know if you look at North Carolina.
Don't even say it.
And they were probably worried about their coaching situation after Roy Williams left.
Yeah.
Then they hired Hubert Davis. Then
not great.
Well, they got the championship, but they lost to a really good Kansas team.
Oh, jeez. I thought he was going to bring up Tommy Lloyd going to Carolina. He's not going anywhere. He's staying at Arizona. He's going to retire a Wildcat. I don't want to even hear it. But, man, college basketball's been awesome. Who did you have winning it?
I don't know. I think Michigan's playing really good right now.
Yeah. They are. They're really good. That Michigan-Arizona game, which is going to be coming up here in a few days, I believe it's on Saturday, is going to be an absolute battle. So.
Yeah. Then Illinois is really intriguing.
Yeah, big. And they can shoot.
Yeah, and they kind of just got fired at the right moment.
Yeah.
That's all about March Madness.
100%.
Because look at Iowa. They were the 9th seed.
Shoot.
And they got in the Elite 8.
Yeah, they can shoot it. They're big. I think the Final Four this year's got a real shot to be pretty intriguing. We just said we paused for the ending of the Duke-UConn game. Unbelievable. UConn goes to the Final Four, beats Duke. Garrett is
texting his Duke buddies.
He's distraught, head down. He was about to be in the spring activity draft with us. He said, I'm calling in the backup. Hannah, I can't do it right now.
Crying in the background.
So we're going to have a quick spring activity draft. Let's just go 3-on-3-on-3, 3v3v3. So we'll go. Kyle, you want to start, or you want the third and the fourth pick? You want 1 and 6 or 3 and 4?
Give me 3 and 4.
Want 3 and 4. Okay, Anna,
Ladies
you're going to
first.
start. Ladies first, of course. Spring activity.
Oh, God. Kyle, I'm going to have to steal baseball.
No. Baseball starting. Okay. Let's throw it up on the screen, too. Anna. Anna's team going with baseball, the start of baseball. I am going to throw in golf courses opening. Yeah.
Man.
The golf, actually crazy March golf in North Dakota right now. So golf course is starting to open. It starts feeling like, hey, summer's on the way. Kyle, what's your pick?
Definitely. I'm not a griller, but grilling weather.
Grilling season. Man, that was on my list. Okay. Grilling season. You got the next pick too.
Let's see. Well, I'm not a track person, so I'm not going to say track.
No. Can't.
I just do like nicer weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Temperatures
nice weather.
rising.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even though we're supposed to get 8 inches of snow this weekend. So
Stop.
be crazy.
And I'm going to Arizona. So see you guys. I'm going to take longer evenings. The sun is out longer. It's not dark at 6 p.m. anymore. Like it's now 8:30. It feels like I don't know. The days are just better. So I'm gonna take longer evenings.
I mean, this is kind of along the lines of nicer weather, but just like we are avid walkers as soon as it gets warm, so we can be back
Just
outside and go on
walk.
walks. Yeah.
Love that. All right, you got your last pick.
Oh
here,
gosh.
too.
Okay. Not lame, but I was a huge fan. Still am. JO volleyball season.
Oh jeez. Maybe one of my worst things.
Yes, no, literally. It's either like the best memories or your worst memories. Those packed gyms, just noisy 24/7. You don't even know what time of day it is in there. It's like
right. 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. JO volleyball. I suppose coming from the 3-time All-American, JO volleyball was probably a decent time of the year for you. You took grilling. I'm trying to think, man. One thing that you start doing in the spring, and you do it, up until fall, but that first mow of the lawn.
Oh yeah.
It's probably, you still probably got a little brown grass in there, but the green's starting to poke through, and you just fire up the lawnmower and
put the headphones in.
Yeah, just get out there and mow the lawn for the first time. Get it a fresh cut. Golly, that's such a guy's guy thing. Yeah, but that feels good.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, wrap us up. Last pick.
Easter weekend.
Wow. Shout out to Jesus.
Yeah, Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Good for the good food, and yeah, that's probably a good one. Could do like end of school and graduation.
Yeah.
Is that spring?
You got to pick one of them though.
Well, I'm not graduating, so I'll just say end of classes.
That is an awesome end of school. School's out for summer.
Yeah, because May is still considered spring, is it not? June, like summer doesn't officially start till June.
Summer is it June?
Yeah. I mean, it always feels like May is summer.
In North Dakota, we do get out in May. Some schools wait until June. I know Minnesota, but yeah, getting out of school. Good job.
You should have done graduating because your sister's graduating.
Yeah. Shout out to Elizabeth. Yeah. We're going to do something for Elizabeth on some upcoming pods. That's going to be hard. Elizabeth is literally one of the best people I know. But, okay, so you're taking end of school. Mm-hmm. Or are you taking Easter? Which one?
And, don't get too... Oh, never mind. I did the back-to-back.
3v3.
Easter weekend.
Easter weekend?
Yep.
Yeah. Easter weekend is great. And honestly, we should end on that. Easter weekend, as a Christian, man, it is the biggest day of the year. And the resurrection, celebrating the resurrection of Christ. It's a big deal. And so some people have different beliefs, and even if you don't have the same faith as us, Easter is a time to be around family and be thankful for the people in your life. So celebrate with somebody. Don't be alone on Easter. Go to a church, go to a dinner with some friends, be with people. I think is a good piece of advice over Easter weekend. Eat some good food, like Kyle was saying.
Good food.
That's right. All right, where's Garrett at? Come on over, Garrett. It's all right, brother.
You need some love.
Yeah, come on over. Hey, we're gonna have tell me something good. I know there's nothing good going on in your life right now. You feel like the world is against you. The Duke Blue Devils have lost yet again. They have blown another lead, and the number 1 seed goes down. But Garrett, you start us off on Tell Me Something Good every single pod. Garrett, tell me something good.
I no longer am a basketball fan. So.
Football season.
It's football season. Basketball's over. Oh, that's awesome. Garrett, I'm going to give you a little time to think of something. Anna, tell me something good today.
I got something. Our little sweet precious baby turned 1. She's not a baby anymore.
And feel free if you want to throw some pictures or whatever you want. This is an Andy moment on the podcast. She's 1.
Me and Mercedes were sad that our babies. I mean, I only have 1, but that our babies are growing up.
I know it. Did you text her? Nelly was turning 3.
Yeah.
And Adie's turning 1. The babies are becoming
they need to stay little forever.
Girls. Oh man, good stuff. Kyle, you got something? Tell me something good.
It's baseball season.
It's
always a good time when baseball.
Tell me the team that you're coaching right now.
Hatton Northwood.
Hatton Northwood Thunder, baby. Let's go.
Shout out to all my boys in the Hatton Northwood.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You helping out with the varsity or?
Yeah, varsity level.
Okay. Just the assistant, you do a little bit of everything, helping with hitting, fielding, outfield. What are you?
Just a little bit of everything.
Nice. Okay.
Just trying to get our heads in the right mindset, I should say.
Yeah. That's so important early on in the year, man. Just setting the tone and the expectations.
Get through the gym practices.
Yeah. Get outside.
'Cause you can't be outside.
Gotta wait. Hey, goes back to my spring draft. Wait for that first cut of the grass.
Literally.
Get back out onto the field.
It might be May 1st if we get snow this weekend.
Yeah.
So
I got 2. Tell me something good. Man, 3. I got a lot of good right now. Number 1, Arizona is going dancing to the Final Four. It's been 25 years, but Tucson is going crazy. I'm going to be down in Arizona next week. I hope that I get to watch the game in Tucson because they have been thirsty for a trip to the Final Four. And the A is back in the Final Four. So that is something good. It was awesome getting to watch that. UND, the hockey team, Mr. Ben Strinden, shout out to our guy. Last episode, we had Ben Strinden on the pod. He told us we're going for a national championship. He's going to have a chance at
sticking to his word right now.
Yeah, he's sticking to his word. Had an assist. Beauty of a backhand pass to Reshny for a goal in the regional final. So shout out to Ben going into the Frozen Four down in Vegas. We were talking, my dad and I were at a home show this weekend, and so many Sioux fans that were saying, we're going to Vegas. So I hope Vegas bars are ready because it's North Dakota versus Wisconsin. Yeah. The amount of beer that will be consumed in Vegas for that will be quite substantial. So shout out to both of those teams. Awesome. And then the last thing that I'll tell you that was good in my life in the past couple of weeks, I did not want to go to prom. I had other things on my mind, and I texted my fiance. I actually called her, and I was like, "Do I have to go to this?" And my fiance said, "Hunter, your sisters have been at countless amount of events where they didn't want to be there, but they went anyway to support you." And so I showed up, even though it was during the Arizona game, and I have to say, it was one of those moments where you take a step back and you realize, holy cow, my sisters are grown. Like, they're getting old, and they looked stunningly beautiful. So let's throw a picture up of Elizabeth and Annika at prom. And it was one of those moments. My dad and another dad were talking, and they were both getting emotional because like their little girls had grown up. And I somewhat feel that same way of like, I remember when my sisters were born, and now they look like this, and Elizabeth's gonna go off to college. And so anyway, I never was a huge prom fan, but I do understand it a little bit because it's really, look at these kids that are now growing up to become men and women, and it was actually cool. So
they went to 4 of your proms. You went to one of yours.
I went to 2. I've been to 2 proms. They did go to 4 of mine. Yes, I went to 4 proms, but I did go to 2. So that's something good.
I can say the same thing about my younger brother.
Yeah,
it's just crazy to think he's a junior.
Isn't that crazy?
Because I just remember just playing baseball, playing catch with him when I was probably like 12 and he was like 7. It's just crazy, like how like they just grow up so fast.
Time is a thief, and
he's probably the best athlete in our family.
There he is.
It's crazy.
Love it.
Yeah, he's getting offers for football, and it's just like, wow, I never thought he like could just grow up so fast.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
All right, Garrett, you gave me something good. It's not quite football season, but you're done with basketball. Give me something.
In all reality, Ben McCollum.
Okay.
Sick story.
Yes. Ben McCollum. Let's throw a picture.
4 our D2 championships at
Northwest Missouri.
Northwest Mo. Yep.
And now
Drake, and now Iowa.
Led Iowa to the Elite 8. Awesome story. All the guy does is just win. And this is what some people don't realize for the sports junkies out there. Grew up in Iowa City. So grew up a Hawkeye fan. Gets to go home and brings his hometown Hawkeyes to the Elite Eight. Hadn't been to the Elite, I believe, since 1990, something like that. So 30 some years. Pretty cool for the Iowa kid. So Ben McCollum, good stuff. One of our favorite coaches. Might be the next Kansas coach if Bill Self decides to hang it up.
Maybe.
Good stuff. All right, well, Kyle, hey, man, thanks for coming and sitting down and sharing your story. It's inspiring to see what you've gone through, how you've overcome it. And I know our listeners will think the same. So, man, appreciate you guys coming on to sit down. We'll be back in a couple weeks with another episode. But until then, have a good rest of your day, good rest of your week. Go be the good for somebody today. Be their drop in their glass that they need. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.